We welcome you to the Dog River Rugby pitch here on the campus of Norwich University as we bring you a Norwich Rugby doubleheader today. Starting off an 11 a.m. kickoff between the cadets of Norwich University at 3-2 overall, 2-2 in Tier 1 of the NIRA. Taking on the Chargers of Colby Sawyer, 4-2 overall, and they are 4-0 in Tier 2 of the NIRA. The game is underway. I'm Tanner Estebo. I'm joined by Seamus Page, Seth Brown producing, and Curtis Brown on camera. Seamus, welcome back for another year.
Hey, I'm glad to be back. It's always fun coming down here and talking some rugby and watching some rugby, and should be a couple good games today for sure.
Cadets have the possession right now as they're trying to drive it forward. Norwich in the maroon, white, and gold uniforms and the white shorts, attacking right to left. The Chargers in the blue and the white. And this is a nice push up field. I believe that is Jess Burt.
Yeah, they took advantage of the turnover right there and the knock on and just kept playing forward and gained some good grounds. But it looks like Norwich has it bet. No.
Decker went down to the ground, but the ball was behind her. And the Chargers have taken it back. First season as a varsity program for Colby Sawyer.
We got our first penalty of the game here. Probably something to do with the ruck right there.
Chargers out with it. Nice tackle there. Not sure if you can hear it in our microphones, but it is a windy morning here in Northfield. The wind is blowing right to left across the field, so that will definitely play a factor in the kicking game.
Be interesting to see if Norwich can use that to their advantage in this first half with the wind. Can get some deep kicks down there and pin Colby Sawyer deep, try to take advantage of it. But so far, Colby Sawyer's been controlling the ball and giving some good drive forward.
Yeah, Colby Sawyer not looking like a first-year varsity program here. Again, they had a lot of success in the old NERFU. Have not lost a Tier 2 contest this season. Pass over for Decker was short. Emma Parizo went down for it.
Yeah, so we got our first knock on of the game. People at home don't know too much about rugby. You can't pass the ball forward at all. Every pass has to be backwards, whether you drop it forward or pass it forward. Norwich here, unfortunately, knocked the ball on, so we're going to get our first scrum of the day.
Yeah, it was the play by Parizo. She kind of kicked it forward as she was trying to scoop it up. Starters for the cadets today: Jericho Wilson, Lauren Melchione, Amanda Lodi, Liz Gregory, Eileen Diaz, Reagan Aldersea, Ida Moise, Alex Parent, Caitlin Heel, Brooke Stafford, Emma Parizo, Sheila Decker, Fortino Simi, Angelica Green, and Olivia Amon.
A good pick off the back of the scrum there for their 8-man.
This is Bailey Burt driving forward, dragging tacklers with her. Keeps the feet moving.
Good counter ruck there from Norwich.
Great work to get the ball back. Tackled was Parizo. Now this is taken by Diaz, number 5. Our Sunrise, Florida. Heel offloads it to the right. It's trying to get to the outside toward the far sideline.
Trying to take advantage of some space out there, but Colby Sawyer does a good job coming up and defending it.
Heel again out with it. Now Decker off to the far side.
Oh, good run right there.
Look at a whistle way back. Yeah, I was wondering. She was gone over there.
Yeah, the ref. From the referee's point of view, it looked like that pass was forward. From sitting right here, it looked pretty good to me, but we're also not on the field, so.
Yeah, we are a fair distance away, although we're in our usual spot. Fortunately for us, the teams have decided to move both teams over to the far sideline, so we can see a lot more of the open field in front of us. ball sent in.
Looks like Colby Sawyer just got it.
Looks like that broke down a little bit also.
Yeah, it looked like it collapsed there, but the ref let it play on because Colby Sawyer had already won the ball.
Chargers working to the near side. Getting tackled right down at the line. Jordan Enos, number 13 for the Chargers.
Ooh, good steal by Norwich here. This is the point where you're going to try. Probably should see Norwich try to take advantage of that win and kick it out and take advantage of the.
Yeah, the Cadets pinned pretty deep in their own zone right now. Norwich going to stick with the ground game.
Good defense from Colby Sawyer. Yep, they were going to see the kick here.
Not a great one there from Decker. It was a little rushed.
Yeah, no, you. Especially when you're pinned back down here, you want to get that as far out as you can, and preferably out of bounds, kind of reset, get the line out going, and that is kind of not the kick you want right there. Norwich playing good defense, though.
It's trying to force another turnover. Ooh. Big tackle there.
Yep. Penalty against Norwich there, playing the ball when you're in the ruck. Ooh, big collision.
Right down toward the goal line, another turnover. Hand back for Ida Moise. Heel zips it back. Decker, better kick this time, but it stays in play. Bobbled momentarily and then smothered.
So that was a much better kick. Get some more distance out there. Let your team play defense. You're getting out of your own zone.
That was the number 15, Francesca Basile.
Ooh, looks like Norris got the ball back.
Yeah, and heel, a little fake pass there, it looked like, was able to duck a tackler. First time the ball's been on Norwich's attacking side of midfield in the last several minutes. Also worth mentioning, Seamus, we were talking about it before, we have the scoreboard up, the clock up, but the official time is being kept on the field.
Yeah, exactly. The referee has the clock, and they're keeping track of the time. And we got a great run by Decker.
And she touches down.
See, that try right there is set up by her kick, getting some distance out there, and Norwich just continuing to apply a lot of pressure with the defense, causing the turnover, and the best chance in rugby to score is immediately off a turnover like that.
We're going to see the replay here as Decker splits the defense right there, went right through two defenders.
It's a good strong run.
Untouched. And she will attempt the conversion here. The beauty of this is she knows exactly where she wants to kick from, so when she goes in there and touches down, she can line herself right up.
Yeah, one of the major differences between rugby and American football is that where you kick the extra point from is wherever you touch it down. So if you have a good long run like that, if you got the space, you got the time, run under the posts, get a nice easy kick for yourself. If you score on the edges, you're making the kick much harder.
Norwich under head coach Austin Hall in his 15th season, assisted by Connor Keating, as Decker's kick is good.
And so Norwich takes a 7-0 lead about 10 minutes into the play.
Good response from the Cadets. You mentioned the good defense they were playing right here down by the touch line for the Chargers. Forced a couple turnovers there. Able to recover also from a little bit of a lackluster kick there from Decker.
Yeah.
They get the ball back. She gets a much better kick out of it and sets up the score.
Yeah, Norwich is playing really good defense so far. The only thing that's hurting them is those penalties. Colby Sawyer was able to gain most of their yards off the penalties and off the scrums from the mistakes by Norwich or the knock-ons. And so if they can clean that up, it's going to be a long day for Colby Sawyer.
Chargers will kick off to the Cadets, left to right across your screen. Sending it over here near us.
Ooh, good catch right there.
Taken by Diaz for the Cadets. Diaz driving forward. Goes to ground with it. Heel off to Gregory. Amweze.
Good strong run right there.
Norwich lining up. Heel goes for the quick kick there.
Good catch for Colby Sawyer.
That time the wind almost worked against her as it kind of blew it back towards the field.
Kind of just floated up there in the air. Oh, good poach by Colby Sawyer.
Chargers looking for their first score of the afternoon, or the morning, I should say.
Almost afternoon.
We're getting close. It's almost lunchtime. Decker combining with Aldersey for the tackle.
Oh, good breakaway run here
by Bree Scott, number 4.
See if Colby Sawyer can take advantage of having Norwich on their heels.
Trying to go right up the middle with Sarah Radisevich.
Ooh, good play by Norwich, driving them out. Be a line out to Norwich right there. Still deep in their own territory. It'll be another opportunity to try to see the boot.
Official talking quickly to both sides. First line out of the day. Ball pinballs around a little bit.
Looks like Colby Sawyer came down with it, but it looked like it was a knock forward first. And I think we're going to get a scrum to Colby Sawyer. This is exactly where Colby Sawyer wants to be. They've been so far pretty dominant with these scrums, and their 8-man has had some pretty strong runs off of that.
They're out with it, driving to the goal line. And they got it in there.
Yeah, I guess so. That was, yeah, it was an interesting little moment right there. I don't know. Normally when there's a try, you hear big loud whistle from the referee.
Yeah, he was a little behind the play, too. Try to get you the number. Who scored that for Colby Sawyer?
Is their number 8?
It was Bailey Burt.
And here's the kick.
Low kick.
Low kick, no good.
No good.
Colby Sawyer gets on the board with their first try of the day.
It is 7-5. Referee is going to bring both front rows together here, it looks like.
This is also interesting. Normally this is the type of conversation you'd see right before the scrum.
Well, there's something that he has seen here in the opening 14 minutes and change.
Yeah, especially the scrummaging and the front rows. The safety is the biggest concern there, and it's probably seeing something that looks like they're going down. Probably what's led to the couple of collapses we've had. And as a referee myself, it's one of the bigger concerns you have when you're playing is you don't want to see anything bad happen in those scrummages like that. I think we got Norwich offside on the kick.
It looks like a scrum here to Colby Sawyer.
Yep.
So we'll see if what was discussed previously, players heed the referee's warning. Both benches very vocal right now in this two-point contest.
Much better scrum for Norwich on that one. They'll apply some pressure. And that ball's out.
It was LeBlanc that was tackled. Decker gave it off to Alex Parent. I think he's calling a knock on the Chargers, bringing it back for a Norwich scrum.
See there, the meters that Norwich is able to gain here is set up off that initial scrum. Be able to have a better drive, get their 8-man going backwards, and then get a good tackle, and then you get the knock forward by Colby Sawyer. Now Norwich is in a pretty good attacking platform themselves.
Chargers out with it though, off the scrum.
It looked like it was out the side.
Joe Marcus, number 9, taken to the ground.
Penalty against Colby Sawyer.
I think he even called that one on Marcus, the senior scrum half.
Yeah. You see Decker try to kick it deep for the line out, but looks like it's going to go into the touch zone.
Yep. Took a couple of big bounces off the kick.
It's going to be a 22-meter drop.
So they will come back out almost to the same spot.
I think it's going to be scrum to Colby Sawyer.
It looks like it.
Don't know what the call was there. Maybe Norwich is offsides.
That scrum collapsed too.
I like the referee's call there. Ugly and dangerous.
Yeah.
Let's do that again. And that's exactly what it looked like from here too.
That one collapsed again.
Yeah. something going on between the two front row groups. Something's not either feeling right or someone's coming down too low. It can get kind of technical in there, and if one scrum's dominating the other one, puts a lot of pressure on you to go down. So the referee's doing a pretty good job of trying to slow things down and keep it safe, and we're gonna do it until we get it right.
Just over 20 minutes in. That one collapsed on the right side.
Yeah, that one went down again. Colby Sawyer was able to get the ball out, though, before anything was called.
Heard the referee say better.
Colby Sawyer trying to use some space on the outside. Pretty solid run.
You can see the Norwich defense lining up. That ball skittering off the turf. Gregory tried to come in for the tackle.
Then we got picked up by Norwich.
Good opportunity here to pick it up. Decker gets it off to heel. And she touches down.
I didn't see anything from the ref yet, but it looks like it was a score. Some great offloading there by Norwich to set that try up. We got a bouncing ball picked up. Good ruck, good quick ball played here, and good offload off the ground. Another one sets up the try pretty much right down the post. It's a good team try right there.
And a good answer about 7 minutes after the Chargers punched through for a try by Burt. Decker has now had a hand in both cadet tries.
Yeah, she got a chance to give him a pretty sizable lead. That one is straight down.
Yeah, that was
a no-doubter.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter.
Cadets take a 14-5 lead. Pretty good back and forth battle we got going on so far, though.
Very sunny Saturday in Northfield. With that wind ripping across the pitch. Here is Decker off the pass from Aldersey.
Good run there. Let's see if Norwich can keep the pace up.
Gregory. Weze.
The referee's going to call obstruction. Unlike American football, can't block for other people, can't run behind people, and looks like unlucky call there. Probably didn't intend to run behind someone, but interfered with getting the tackle done. We got another penalty against Norwich for not rolling away on the tackle.
That one is on Decker, and you can see he's motioning to her that she did not roll away.
It always gets a little tricky there when you make the tackle, people coming over you, and you're not trying to be in the way, you're trying to get out. Sometimes you just get stuck, and it's not one of those, it's not a malicious penalty, not something you intend to do, but sometimes it just happens. See, this is a spot where if it wasn't so windy, you might see Colby Sawyer kick for the points, but instead they're gonna.
Sawyer player right in front of us was tightrope walking on the sideline.
I thought she was out initially there, and then she was able to to keep going, but probably not the best play by her because they were trying to kick for the line out,
yeah,
and kind of picked it up before it went on. But that's one of those things affected by this win right now.
Line out, in and out of the hands of Gregory.
All right, Norwich manages to win it.
Heel, low pass, good catch.
Yep. Good kick from Decker there, kind of get out of this area, get some momentum going forward, and kind of take advantage of the meters you can get from kicking in that wind.
And the last 3 minutes, that wind has really turned up. Again, still blowing almost directly across the face of the field, right to left.
It's going to be a line out to Norwich. Or no, to Colby Sawyer. My bad.
You can see that the Middlebury men's team has arrived as they make their way over to the far sideline for their 1 p.m. tilt.
Our second matchup of the day.
The back end of the doubleheader. Chargers get it across midfield, ball free. They quickly pounce on it. We've got just a pile of bodies there.
I don't know. Looks like, yeah, Norris managed to get it out of there. We got a lot of space that's outside. Colby Sawyer. There's still a lot of space on the left side, and Colby Sawyer manages to get over there. Tough luck right there. Knocked forward by Norwich. It's going to be a scrum to Colby Sawyer. But Norwich had a very clear opportunity right there. If they could have got it out, one more pass out wide, they would have been streaking down the field. But
Norwich player Brooke Stafford, number 10, being helped off the field by Jess Hurlbert and the Norwich Athletic Training staff. So she'll get checked on over on the far sideline. Well, Cadets will play down 1 until they can figure out the extent of her injuries over there.
Yeah, rugby's put in a rule where if it's something to the head concussion-like stuff, they can put in a sub, almost like for blood. They can put in a sub and get them checked out, and then they could come back onto the field. I'm surprised they didn't try to use that so they could keep that 15th person out there.
And you're seeing right now.
Yeah, Colby Sawyer taking advantage of the space of having only 14 people out there.
They're going to take this all the way down. A great run by Jordan Enos, the junior from Salinas, California.
Some good smart rugby there by Colby Sawyer. They saw Norwich was in a little bit of disarray, playing a man down, and was able to get it out wide and take advantage of that space that's not out there by having with their 10 off the field. And it looks like Norwich is putting in a sub now. Someone just ran onto the field.
See the replay here. I mean, the Chargers made very quick work of that play. Going out of the field.
Yeah, they were able to get it out wide, or a lot of space. And just a good run here from their 13, I believe.
Yes, Enos. And this kick is not going to be easy. Look at you can see
all the trees in the background. The leaves rushing around the field. And the wind's almost picking up more for her as she attempts this kick, which isn't from an easy angle to begin with.
Yeah, even if she had the wind with her. That's a good effort.
It was pretty close.
It had the accuracy, it just didn't have the distance. Yeah. Well, it is 14-10.
14-10 with about 10 minutes left in the half.
Back and forth contest. Colby Sawyer's losses on the year, AIC and Sacred Heart. Norwich fell on the road last weekend to AIC 64-25.
AIC's got a very good team this season.
Snapping their 3-game win streak. Cadets beat AIC back in September here by 6. Victories also over the University of New England and Westchester at Westchester. A long road swing there for the Cadets.
Aren't they going out to Ohio next weekend?
Yes, indeed.
A lot of travel.
Or sorry, in 2 weeks. Next week they're at Brown,
okay.
And then they're at Notre Dame College on November the 3rd.
Decker tries to get it out wide. Good defense from Colby Sawyer here. And unfortunately there, another knock-on from Norwich. Norwich so far has been playing some really, really good rugby, but between the knock-ons and the penalties, they're keeping Colby Sawyer in this game.
And also the Chargers, I mean, that was maybe a 25 to 30 second window they had to take advantage with the man up.
Is their number 10's back? Norwich's number 10's back on the field, right? Did she come back on, or did they put a sub?
Cannot quite tell. Trying to see as they come out of the scrum.
No, she's back out there, number 10. Colby Sawyer trying to take advantage of wide again.
That is her right there, sprawling for it, Stafford.
Norwich trying to take advantage of the turnover from Colby Sawyer. Trying to pound it forward. Oh, another solid run from Decker.
One player to beat, and she will. And Decker touches down in the 33rd minute.
See, another good solid play from Norwich Rugby right there. Colby Sawyer has a long breakaway, but they have a turnover. Norwich is able to play quick, and then get it out wide to Decker, who's able to take advantage of that space and just have a tremendous run.
And it was Stafford who jumped on that loose ball. Decker lining up. Conversion attempt.
Got a very strong wind on her back.
Blowing slightly right to left too across the face of the uprights there.
Kick is up. Another great kick from Decker here, and it's really the big difference in the scores. Norwich goes up 21-10, but they've only scored one more try. But those 6 points from all the extra points that kicks are making really adds up.
You mentioned it earlier that the Cadets kicking with the wind in this first half would certainly benefit them. We'll see if the wind keeps up at this torrid pace in the second half, and also B, if the Chargers can capitalize on the wind, and we'll see what the Cadets do kicking into the wind.
Kickoff from Colby Sawyer, right back to Decker. Trying to take advantage of that wind right there, kicks it right up. Good play by the fullback from Colby Sawyer. Some good momentum for Norwich right there, just driving forward, kick them back, make them play on their own side. Fortunately get a penalty against them.
Chargers driving forward.
Good strong run.
Chargers have been able to answer the Cadets at almost every turn, keeping this a close matchup.
Good turnover there on Norwich. Set up by Decker. Good strong rock to drive the Colby Sawyer players out of there.
This is a pivotal point for Colby Sawyer, because if the Cadets pick up the next try, they could blow this one wide open.
Yeah. We got a knock on here from Norwich. It's going to be a scrum to Colby Sawyer, and this is really probably the part of the field where Colby Sawyer has been able to, stay in this game, is with the scrummaging and the runs off of it. Either between their 8-man having some solid picks off the back and driving forward, or just getting it out wide quick off the scrum. This is probably about the same spot in the field last time where they were able to score. Another good strong run by Colby Sawyer.
And it's Burt. She has one of their tries today.
Trying to take advantage of that space out there. Another good run from the 13.
Jordan Enos.
And looks like it's going to be a penalty against Norwich. Yeah, penalty against Norwich for a high tackle. And Colby Sawyer definitely wants to try to get a score in here right before the half ends. Try to stay in this game. See here, an interesting decision here by Colby Sawyer. They've been dominating the scrums all day, and off a penalty, you can tap and go, keep playing. You can kick for touch and do a line out, or you can elect to have a scrum where the penalty was, and that's what Colby Sawyer's doing here, trying to take advantage, trying to set up some space on the outside, and I don't think they've lost a scrum yet today, so it's pretty smart rugby play right there. Come on, defense! Ooh, good tackle there from Norwich.
Burt brought down by Mweze.
And a good turnover ball. Oh.
There's a Charger player down. And it's a penalty against the Cadets. Whistle against the Cadets there as well.
Penalty, no, penalty against Colby Sawyer.
Oh yeah, it'll be Norwich ball.
Hey.
Oh, Bill. There. He's calling again.
Heel for Aldersea. She drives through.
Good strong run right there. Use that space on the outside. Yep.
Gregory comes here to Parizo.
Yep. Offload there.
Alex Parent.
Keep driving, keep driving.
Jericho Wilson, number 1 for the Cadets.
Decker trying to kick it out to the wing out there. And Norwich able to keep the ball.
Here comes Decker.
Colby Sawyer playing some strong defense.
The Chargers had good numbers to the near side. The Cadets had to swing everyone over.
The Cadets got some space to the outside if they can use it. Colby Sawyer manages to get the players in set right there. Ooh. The kick from the 10.
Stafford.
It's going to go out, but it's going to be a line out to Colby Sawyer right there.
approaching the end of the first half. Again, the scoreboard here unofficial. Referee keeps his own time. And the half cannot end while there's ongoing play happening. Only after a try, a penalty, a line out. Looks like he just called it right there.
Yeah, he did. Interesting.
He called it. I mean, the clock over to our right showing over 40, and they didn't get the line out in. So that will do it for the first half. And Cadets leading by 11. We will take a look at all of the scoring plays here before we break away for the intermission, Seamus. But good back and forth matchup. You mentioned it. The kicking game has been the difference, especially with that win.
Norwich has made their kicks, and Colby Sawyer hasn't, which has given Norwich a good, strong 11-point lead. And we got here a first try by Decker. Just a good, strong run, taking advantage of the space, making the 15 miss, and then just takes it all the way herself. Good try.
And puts herself in a good spot for the conversion as well.
Yeah, Norwich has done a good job on all their tries of just getting under the post and setting up the good kick.
And there's Bert for the first try for Colby Sawyer. You can clearly tell from our camera that she's across the line. It was tough for us to tell because we're down here at field level. And like you mentioned, we didn't get that loud, sharp whistle.
Yeah,
from the referee.
Normally when you see the try, it's a like a little good long whistle, but it looked like a good try from here.
And this is going to be Decker getting the ball and offloading it to Heel.
Yep. Some good team rugby there. Not trying to be too selfish, not trying to do it all on your own. Get the ball and take advantage of the space. And then here Colby Sawyer is able to take advantage of Norwich playing a man down and just uses it, swings it out wide, and you know, without your number 10 there, kind of set their defense and push people out. And they're able to take advantage and have a nice long run. Good score. And here's the last try by Norwich. Another good strong run by Decker. And once she gets in the open field, you know, I don't think anyone's really bringing her down.
Yeah, she's proven that today, and she's proven that throughout her career here at Norwich. So it's 21-10 Cadets at the half. We will take a quick break for the intermission. When we come back, second half between Norwich and Colby Sawyer. Back with you on NSN. Dan Recibo, Seamus Page, Seth Brown producing, and Curtis Brown, the MVP. He's up on the scaffolding.
On this very windy day.
Yeah, he's eyeing the shot. Also MVP because he brought his own monitor here for us to use. It is a nice monitor. We're underway in the second. Cadets attack left to right across your screen.
Another good strong run by Decker.
Yeah, Decker picking up right where she left off in that first half.
Quick halftime. So we're trying to just stay warm out there and keep playing.
It's not too bad outside of our canopy with the warmth of the sun. We're just kind of like in the wind tunnel here.
Yeah.
Nice little step near side, dragging 2 tacklers down for the Cadets. It's Fatino Simi. That's a strong play by the senior.
See how we'll see how in this half Norwich reacts to playing against this strong wind. Probably won't see nearly as many trying to kick away and take advantage of the space. But Norwich getting some good drive forward here, coming out strong in the second half.
That's looking to pick up the first points of the second half.
Trying to swing it out wide. Looks like we got a knock forward though by Norwich. It's going to be Colby Sawyer's first scrum in the second half. Colby Sawyer so far been pretty strong off those scrums, been able to get a lot of meters, and so far they've won every one they've had. Good defense from Norwich there on the pick by the 8-man.
Yeah,
Manages to break free for a minute there. And Norwich comes up with a turnover.
That's, again, have numbers to the near side. If they can get the ball out, they're looking at, what, a 4-on-1. If they can get the ball to the near side, you could see Colby Sawyer's number 11, Sydney Jackson, motioning to the rest of her team to come over to the side. But
got a penalty against Colby Sawyer. We're just going to tap and go.
And you mentioned probably going to see less of those kicks. Norwich kicking into the wind here for the second half, although it's died down considerably.
It's kind of coming and going.
Decker.
Oh, nice pass.
Simi.
Good pick from Norwich. Good drive forward.
Knock back.
Was a knock backwards, knock behind, called by the referee. Play on.
Norwich playing right near the sideline there, trying to go back to the other side of the field.
Heel. This is Molly Higgins, who entered the game at halftime, the number 16.
Gets that ball stripped away. Norwich playing good defense to recover after the turnover.
A whistle.
It's going to be a penalty against Norwich.
At Melchioni.
I think you're going to see Colby Sawyer kick this one away, take the line out up further. one of those games where which direction you're going and really can have a big impact. You see a line out here to Colby Sawyer.
Taken by the Chargers. Innocently tackled, though, is Maryland Hall.
Hey, man, off and running.
Running downhill.
The wind keeps pushing her forward.
Yeah, the wind at her back.
And it looks like it's almost in. Good play by Norwich to keep him out.
Referee right on top of the play.
And it looks like Norwich managed to steal that ball back. Yep.
Yeah, they did. Not only did they steal it back, breaking away. Looks like that's Stafford. Offload, bobbled. I mean, that's huge for the Cadets just to get the ball out of that area. They were within a couple of meters.
Big field position change right there. Oh, Colby Sawyer managed to steal it back. We got a lot of back and forth.
Game opening up a little bit. Near side, Bree Scott, number 4. He's taken down by Simi. And the ball out over the sideline.
Taken out. And you can see a lot of bodies all around the field. There's a long stretch of straight rugby. Normally you get a couple minutes, maybe a minute or two, and then a knock on or a scrum down or penalty or a line out, and then it was a good solid 4 minutes of long runs and tackling and back and forth. And we pretty much ended up where we started.
Exactly. Yeah, it's almost in the same spot, off the hands of Gregory.
Colby Sawyer manages to win the line out.
Bert almost looked like she wanted to kick that. Decker with the good tackle.
And they're going to call the knock forward here by Bert.
They played about 7.5 minutes here in this second half.
To be a scrum to Norwich. Looks like Colby Sawyer's stolen that scrum.
They did.
Yeah, man's gonna try to get. Ooh. They're gonna call a knock forward. Another knock forward by Colby Sawyer off a big hit from the flanker there.
So on a play like that, let's say you're trying to pass it, but you get hit as you're passing and the ball goes forward, that's still
a knock
forward?
Yep. Yeah. It's a good play from Norwich there to, you know, when it's your scrum and you're playing, you're anticipating getting the ball, and then the other team steals it and manages to get it. You know, to go from offense to defense like that quickly is pretty impressive.
Decker looking to offload. Simi. It's an open field. Shrugs off one tackler and threw it behind heel. It's picked up by Angelica Green, and she is in.
Another good team try there. Decker sets it up with the initial breakthrough, offload, take the space, offload again, get out to your speedy wing on the side, and kind of just burns them the rest of the way. So we got the play here.
Heel to Decker, and here's Simi.
Yep.
She's going to try to go back to heel, it looked like.
Yeah, I think almost like an unintentional decoy, but it works out. And that's the type of stuff you get from when you get that good go-forward rugby and you play fast. You're going to get those scoring opportunities. As the wind picks up just for Decker's kick.
Yeah, exactly.
Decker waiting for the wind to die down.
Yeah.
Kicks it right up and through.
All right, Shiva.
So the Cadets managed to take a 28-10 lead, and
that's a big sway for the Cadets there. First try of the half.
yeah, about a little over 10 minutes into the second half. Had a good pace of about a try every 5 to 7 minutes. So. Be interesting to see how Colby Sawyer responds here. Sometimes when you get down by a decent margin, some teams play up, some teams play down. Be interesting to see how they respond. Another great play from Decker.
This is no for the Cadets.
Good strong run.
Courtney, no. Moise just driving through.
See, Norwich got swinging out wide again. Swinging out wide here. Keep going to this side. There's one person out here.
Yeah. Cadets unable to find the mismatch. I guess you could say that's the one thing that the Cadets haven't been able to capitalize on today. They've had a couple of chances to exploit the mismatch.
Another good strong run from Decker.
We might get blown away here.
Good counter ruck by Colby Sawyer. And they got a penalty. Norwich got a penalty.
And they got to tip the cap to Curtis Brown up there on the scaffold. You can see the camera moving a little bit with the wind. I don't think that's the camera. That might be the whole structure moving.
I believe the Norwich Rooks always set up a great structure.
Probably a couple engineering kids out there.
Yeah. The Rugby Rooks always do a great job setting up the structure. Like we got a scrum to Colby Sawyer. As the wind continues to pick up here, you might try to see them try to kick it deep.
Yeah, I mean, with it in their favor, if you can get that ball up into the wind. Bad pass.
Oh.
Heel just throws the body.
Norwich have it.
There's a Norwich player wrapped up. It was heel. Her legs were wrapped up underneath the pile there.
It looks like it's going to be a scrum to Colby Sawyer. All the bodies down there. Ball was unplayable. Give it to whoever had it last. Norwich with a good scrum.
Out with it. The Chargers. That might have been a little bit of a knock forward there.
I think it was a knock off the foot. Still a knock, but Decker's referee might be playing advantage. Went straight to Decker.
Yeah, it happened so quick.
Yeah. Norwich with a good drive through.
Are they in? Can they touch down?
Looks held up. They can still try to get it back. The referee's going to call it held up.
He was right on the play.
It's going to be a scrum to Norwich on the 5-meter. Good scoring opportunity for the Cadets right here. Norwich just kind of stepped it up in the scrumming department this second half, giving Colby Sawyer's still been managing to win them, but they've been putting more pressure on them, which has been helping Norwich have better pressure on defense.
Kid's trying to rip the ball free.
Norwich manages to win it back. Their man with a strong run.
Aaron's.
Good drive forward. You see Norwich try to punch one more in.
Lunging forward. It is Liz Gregory.
Taking advantage of that space out wide that's been kind of lacking the second half. Managed to get it out wide, no one's there. Pretty easy try for her. Yep. See in the replay, get some good strong runs forward by Norwich. Just brings all the Colby Sawyer in trying to tackle those big forwards, you know, a lot of drive, and then we're going to get the quick pass out here. No one's out there.
Yeah, it was, what, 2 steps?
Yep.
For Gregory.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you put pressure on them, you know, with those good hard runs right up the middle there. Kind of sucker everyone else is coming in because that's what they're expecting, and then you get it out wide. It's a 2-on-0.
This is going to be a tough one.
You see Decker here try to take her time, you know, run a little time off the clock, and hope that the wind dies down. And a good strong boot, and that is just short.
The wind held it up.
Yeah, it got right up in the air.
Yeah.
It was perfectly on target, and needed just a, you know, an inch more of power, and that was in. So Norwich takes a 33-10 lead. About 20 minutes left in the half.
Cadets now with back-to-back tries. Green and Gregory. Simi. Producer Seth Brown making sure that the tent doesn't blow away. Again, we are right down along the near sideline.
Looks like we got a knock forward by Norwich. It's going to be a Colby Sawyer scrum.
You can see some members of the Norwich men's team down warming up, down behind the end line.
Yeah, getting ready for this big rivalry game coming up here. You know, Norwich and Middlebury, rival and across multiple sports.
Yeah, just about everything. I remember how pleased Coach Wegler was when the Panthers and Cadets found themselves in the same conference
again. Yeah. They played each other for years and years with the same conference, And Middlebury was having a lot of success, moved up to Division I. They were Division I for probably about 7-8 years, and then recently, the last couple of years, came back down into our conference, and they've had some good battles the last couple of years.
Yeah, they joined the NECRC, and then both teams moved to Rugby Northeast shortly after that.
We got a scrum here, it's put in by Norwich, and we got another collapse. Norwich has done it much better this second half of, keeping those good strong backs, keeping the good pressure moving forward, and really it's been kind of the difference almost in this second half has been able to put pressure on those scrums, which Colby Sawyer was so dominant in the first half, in which they were able to use their dominant scrum to take advantage of the space, get it out wide, and just a little improvement in the scrum has been able to kind of change this whole second half. Colby Sawyer wins it this time.
Another whistle. And Chargers go with the quick tap.
Good ruck there from Decker. Causes the turnover. Ooh, big tackle from the 8-man.
Burt with the stick.
And we got a knock forward here by Norwich. It's going to be another scrum to Colby Sawyer. The other thing about this, good, strong, powerful wind, gets a little chilly, hands get a little cold, makes a little ball a little bit harder to hold. Seen quite a few knock forwards in the second half. Referee not liking that one.
Yeah, right off the bat.
As a referee, whenever we're doing the scrummaging, I tell both teams right before both front rows before the game, at any point you feel uncomfortable, not safe, serve, blow it up, restart it again. It's such a dangerous position. Necks, backs, heads. You want everything to be, clean and kosher. Don't want anything, and no troubles. And this referee's done a good job of, we'll wait the 3 or 4 until we get it right. Don't want to see any injuries.
That one collapsed again.
Another good strong run by Burt here. She is gonna take it to the house.
Yep. She was tackled right at the end by Heel. She was already there. You'll see it was the fake pass. That froze about 5 Norwich defenders, that fake pass.
Yeah. Well, she's been doing a good job of picking that up and then getting it out wide. And so the next time she faked it out, and all the Norwich were like, oh man, it's going out wide. She cuts back inside, and they will take advantage of that space and have a good long run. We got about 15 minutes left in this half. Colby Sawyer attempts to make their first kick of the day. that one is short. So we got 33-15 with about 15 minutes left in the game.
For Colby Sawyer here, trying to make this comeback today. I think they're kind of looking at the time left in there, segmenting it. Okay, if we can get one more, the next 6.
Yeah, you gotta take it one step at a time. You know, we're gonna try to score one on, and then we'll score another. And also, they gotta, you know, make their kicks.
Heel with the kick.
And that is not 10. It's just like American football, kicking the onsides. It's got to go at least 10 yards, 10 meters in rugby. And so it's going to set up Colby Sawyer with a good platform to try to score again with the scrum center.
Colby Sawyer under first-year head coach Ken Pape, assisted by Jocelyn Howard. Trying to string some tries together.
You're going to see Bert do the same thing. Again, she's going to pick and go, and she's probably going to make, you know, either make that pass or fake it and try to run it again. But she's been their big playmaker this today, so, you know, they're going to put it in her hands. She gets it out wide. And another strong run by Colby Sawyer.
I think that's Enos again, at 13.
Looks like Norwich has got it back.
Yep.
Norwich has played some really, really good defense today. You know, even on those couple long runs by Colby Sawyer, they've been able to recover, make a good ruck, get a good poach, or drive them over.
That's made a couple of substitutes as well as not only is Courtney No in, Ashley No, number 19, is in as well. The twin sisters. Simi,
probably some chemistry there.
I'd hope so. Out of Sunrise, Florida.
North Scout player down.
It's Simi.
Keep playing on. The trainer comes out.
Simi's going to try to tough this thing out.
And another good run from Decker here. She's got the space. She's got a person with her.
Now it's separation.
She's just going to use her wheels. Score it. Dead center.
Her third try of the day.
Setting herself up with a much easier kick. Oh, there we go. A good run to the inside, and having that support player there kind of opens it up a little bit because they don't know if she's going to pass or run, and then she just turns on the jets and takes it right up the middle.
Yeah, certainly not like the blocking that we were talking about earlier. That player was running and just occupying space, but it just kind of offsets the Chargers a little bit.
If you have that person to your outside behind you that you could possibly offload to, gets it in the defender's head, then you're like, oh, I got to defend this pass. And then when she doesn't make that pass, she's able to cut right up that middle and use the jets and turn it on and score another nice try on the day.
Creates the buffer. So there's a Colby Sawyer player down at midfield that's being attended to, but also Simi is back down once more. She shrugged off the Norwich athletic trainer, really favoring the left leg. Decker's kick is up and is good through the wind.
Was she 6 for 7 on the day? 5 for 6? She's only missed one, and that was a really close one.
5 for 6. Had to do some quick math there with my official score sheet. My notebook. Office pad. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that I brought the whole folio thing today here. This thing would have blown away 2 minutes into the game. Referee getting stuck in.
Even got the referee down a little bit. He's got a lot of running in today. A lot of breakaway runs.
Ashley, no, but there's a whistle.
Yeah, knock forward on that. Kind of bobble it on the catch, and hit the ground, and it's me another scrum to Colby Sawyer. Maybe a little too late with about 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, you know, the
down 25.
Clock's still ticking, working against the Chargers here.
Yeah.
That last try by Decker probably salt this one away.
But if you're Colby Sawyer, you know, this is a big test for you. You know, Norwich women have been, you know, traditionally a very strong program in women's rugby, and this is your first season in varsity to, you know, hold them to, you know, have a good competitive game against a team that's won, you know, multiple national championships in the past. It's, you know, you're almost playing more for pride at this point than.
Ken Pape, by the way, was the head coach at Rutgers for 4 years before joining Colby Sawyer. Of course, we know the pedigree of Austin Hall. 6 national championships, 4 in 7s competition, 2 in 15s. Cadets on the road next weekend at Brown at 11 a.m. and then wrapping up the regular season on the road all the way out in Ohio at Notre Dame College. A long bus trip. I think the last time they played out there, the team left at something like 2 in the morning. Oof. Yeah. They're tough. That ball comes free.
Well, if you play rugby in the Northeast, there's only so many teams in Vermont, so you're gonna be traveling quite a bit. You know, I remember, you know, playing on the men's team here. You know, you're either playing at home or you got a 4-hour bus ride, so you know, kind of get used to it.
But it all evens out.
Yeah.
Again, Norwich men's game we'll have for you. Coming up, 1 o'clock scheduled start time. I believe there will be some Senior Day festivities before the game, but the sound system here at the pitch was not in working order earlier in the day.
Colby Sawyer was able to get a good, strong run there, but Norwich, you know, again, good defensive play, drives them out. Norwich wins the line out.
Cadets go to ground with the ball.
They're trying to swing it out wide. Decker finally gets tackled today. There we go. They're using that space.
And look at this breakaway speed. 1 tackler to beat. Goodbye.
One more.
Enos coming in and making the try-saving tackle.
Good play by Norwich. Just keep moving forward. Take advantage of that, you know, the space and the go forward, and just that Colby Sawyer is playing on their heels. Good strong run from Decker.
Here's Heel. Heel breaking through.
And she is in
the 75th minute. Heel picks up her 2nd of the day. And Decker will kick from the tee one more time.
Yeah, we got a good strong run by Heel, and she kind of cuts back into where the defenders weren't, and it's a nice try.
That will definitely salt this one away. And the clock continues to tick. And Decker...
She's going to take her time with this game.
Yep. I mean, to be honest, There's almost no wind right now. But trying to salt the clock away.
We got about 5 minutes left in the game. Kick is up, and it is so wide left.
It's kind of coming in side to side.
Had the distance.
So 45-15 is our score, and the Cadets will get the ball back.
Might see Norwich put some more substitutes in here. The game pretty much locked up. Try to get some experience for those younger players. Norwich's got a pretty young team this season. Not too many seniors out there. Off the foot. Tackle there.
Decker.
Another strong run.
Pulling away.
Decker. She wants another one.
This is going to be Enos, last player to beat the stiff arm from Decker. She's going all the way. Two tries in 2.5 minutes. She took that one long distance away.
Yeah, pretty much did this one all on her own. Breaks the tackles, turns on the jets, breaks another tackle.
This is the play right here.
The fullback just, no, get off of me, and jogs it in for another nice try.
Wind dies down a bit.
Kick is up and good. She's 6 for 8.
Not bad on probably the windiest day of the year.
Yeah.
Play hard, Wick!
Her 2 misses were off of, going against the wind. So that's really one of the, it's 52-15, but if you miss all those kicks, it's much closer. Still a good victory, but much closer.
Yeah, looking at 40-15 instead of the 52, and also, conversely, we talked about all the Colby Sawyer misses on the conversions that have kept them down to 15 points.
And Colby Sawyer's kick, not 10. Gonna get at least one more scrum in this game. Oh, no, Norwich elected to re-kick it. They'll kick the ball, not 10. You can either have the scrum center or you can ask for a re-kick. And Norwich, not having the strongest scrum today, said, we'll take another kick, and Decker's going to run in another try.
Decker. She offloads it as she's being tackled. Be a battle for that ball.
Oh, Colby Sawyer has it. Another good tackle there. Norwich wants another one with about a minute left.
They're knocking on the door.
We I think held up.
Yeah, we couldn't see the referee's hand signal. His back was to us.
Oh, penalty again. It's Colby Sawyer. Going to Norwich.
Trying to drive in, and they do.
And they punch in one more, which will probably be the last play of the game after the kick.
Way to go, Twins!
It was one of the No Sisters.
Just a quick tap off the penalty. Finds the hole and dive it in. Colby Sawyer pretty dejected after letting up, back-to-back long runs off the kickoff. And this kick will probably be the last play of the game.
So we're up over the 80-minute mark. Decker will try to make the final score 59-15.
Really a tale of two halves. Colby Sawyer managing to keep it close in that first half, battle back and forth, and Norwich using their speed and getting outside and taking advantage of that space, managed to get some good long runs from Decker and really blow this one out. And another kick, and she makes it.
Kick is good.
And that is the game right there.
59-15 is the final. As it was a 21-10 lead for the Cadets at the half. Colby Sawyer just kind of ran out of a little bit of steam in the second half, and you couple that with the Cadets really pouring it on offensively. As
some good sportsmanship here. It's one of the best parts about rugby is that, maybe unlike other sports, as soon as the game's over, we're like, oh man, we just spent 80 minutes hitting each other, but good game, shake people's hand, give them a hug, or,
Before we go, we will take a look at the scoring plays from the second half. As this is going to be Green ultimately picking up the try here. Simi pass over. This is the play where he almost acted like a bit of a decoy.
Yeah. It was a good team try right there. Using the offload, using the space on the outside, and getting it out wide so your speedy wing who can take advantage of that in space and we'll run it in.
And then it was Gregory picking up this one from short range. The pass is going to come out to the right.
Yep, no one there. Tap it down. A lot of good team rugby in this second half from the Cadets. We had the big long runs by Decker, but it's their teammates doing a good job of being there in support and being able to pass it out. And
this is Burt scoring what would prove to be the last Charger try.
Yeah, she had a really good game today. Probably Colby Sawyer's MVP. And then we got Decker here just making people miss.
A common theme for the second half.
And her first of 3 tries in the second half, I think.
First of 3, second of 3 on the day. She had 2 in the second.
And this one is just, I'm going to be faster, and bigger, and stronger than you, and she makes, it's almost like a Marshawn Lynch run.
Yeah, beast mode. She's the Decker.
And here the last try here, just a quick tap, taking advantage of that little hole, gets it in.
It was no with the try there. So 59-15 is our final in game 1 of this doubleheader. Cadets improved to 4-2 overall, and the Chargers fall to 4-3. We thank you very much for tuning in this afternoon. We hope you will join us for the men's contest coming up at 1 o'clock opening kick. Middlebury and Norwich. We'll see you in about half an hour.
Yeah, good job.
One down.
That was one of our best ones yet, I feel like.
Oh, definitely.
Sorry to bother you guys, but I'm from mid. You drive around camera and all.